hand it to me, please? Can you hand it to me, please? Thank you. Hey, Jamie. And Jamie's here. And Sandy's here. Hi, Pam. Hi, Meg. Hello, hello. Okay, so our ATC swap is Fantastic Fall. So I thought about doing this, girl, but it just wasn't jiving the way that I wanted it to. So I've totally changed my mind. Yes, I just put it on my desk. My new mat, glass mat, magnetic mat. It's awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hi, Pam. Hey, Mom. Yes, I got the magnets too. Ta-da! Anyway, super, super fun. So I got this new glass mat. Super cool, right? Anyway, does it? That's awesome. So I'm going to do an ATC tonight, but I'm going to actually jump away from what I normally do, and I've decided to pull out this stamp set since I never get to color stuff that's not ours that I have, and I want to do this little crow, but I'm gonna use the sentiment from this set because I just love this. It says, oh my god, it's fall, oh my god, it's fall. And I thought this was perfect because it looks like he's saying that. So I'm going to use those tonight. So I've already put them on my mat. There's the sentiment and there's the image. And we're going to color it. So we'll be using those. And then I'm going to use the thought spot. Hi, Cheryl. Because, hi, Kelly. In case you didn't know, inside the thought spot die set, there are 2 decorative dies right here, and this is ATC size and the matting paper for ATC. So I'm gonna actually take these 2 dies out of this set and use them tonight. So you can see one fits inside the other, so it's a matting for it, which I think is perfect. And so we are definitely using that. We're using the thought spot. So if you've bought the thought spot for the project it makes, know that ATC size dies are in this kit. So make sure that you use them because they're well worth it. And then I am going to stamp with my memento with my little happy face on it. And so I have it ready right here. So we're going to get started. I'm going to do this little crow. So this desk is magnetic, so the Misty sticks to it a little bit because it's magnetic as well. This is the purple Sweet Sentiment purple paper, which looks like this. I happen to have it sitting here. It's in the shop. We have teal as well, so you have 2 options. You actually have 3 because we have a we have in the shop. We also have craft paper, so there's that as well. Let me just tell you, this room, if you could see this whole room, you would see what a mess I have going on in here, because I got die cutting and marker maintenance and like all kinds of stuff going on in here. So I overstamped my stamp. Have any of you guys ever done that where you just laid it on top of there and you just went and it got everywhere? Well, I just wanted to clean it up. Yes, we got the new mats today. We're super excited about them. They're pretty cool. They're magnetic. They're much larger than the Tim Holtz mat. I'm not going to stamp the sentiment yet because I want to cut it out and place the sentiment perfectly where I want it inside the ATC card. So we're going to use a little bit of oxide, a little bit of Copic, so kind of a little bit of everything tonight. Are we selling them? We are not selling them. So Jamie came across them and ordered them for us. So it was quite the amazing delivery today. It's awesome because you guys always know who you're watching the show with. I have a little visitor there on my paper. So I'm going to tell you that if these little bugs fly in here, we don't know what's going on. I just got one on the paper. I wasn't going to say anything, but I don't know what kind of bugs they are. I have contacted the exterminator. We've never seen them before, but they started coming in last night and tonight only in the dark, and only when it's dark outside, and only when I'm live because all the lights are on and they're attracted to the light. So if they plop on my screen, I'm super sorry. I'm working on it. I don't know what they are. They're grossing me out, but I'm doing the best I can to deal with it. So yes, I love it. It's got our web address, so anybody who's watching will always know what the web address is. It's got me and Jamie. Doesn't get any better than that. Hi Cameron, hi Kelly, hi. I hope I got everybody. Trying to catch you guys as you jump on. I've already chosen my colors, so we're good to go on coloring. So I'm gonna go ahead and color it up first. It's all good. I'm so sorry. I was so paranoid that it was gonna happen while I was live, and I promise I'm a very clean person. We have a very clean house. It's not that. Jamie can attest to that. It's just, I don't know what it is, but it's freaking me out. But the earliest they could get out is tomorrow morning, so we'll find out more tomorrow morning. Please say a prayer that it's not anything bad. Okay, so enough of that because it's grossing me out. Okay, let's move on to, hi Michelle. So I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see the coloring. Woo! Right up close and personal. Check that out. Okay, so it's stamped a little over, but I'm fine with that. It's so minor, it's not a big deal. Look, you made my live. I'm so happy. I'm going to start, I think, with his pumpkin, since that's the color I have handy right here. So YR 18, 16, 15, 14, and 12. I got all my marker maintenance done, so they are all nice and clean and pretty and happy. All full of juice, all cleaned up. You see that? All clean. Okay, but I did, so some of you who were on last night, I'm going to go ahead and close this marker because I want to tell you guys. I found 2 markers that are messed up. 2 that are not going to survive. So BV 000 and T2. This is a very sad day. Hi Sharon. This one has a crack in the cap. So remember when I said the other night that I couldn't show you one because I didn't have one that had a cracked cap? I do now. Honey, can I use your phone so I can use the light on your phone in case they can't see this? All right, I'm going to use the light on my husband's phone so I can show you the crack in this cap. So there you go. Shine the light through the cap and you can see the crack. You see it? That's what you're looking for when you're looking for a cracked cap. If you shine a light and you hold the cap up, you can see the crack in it. See it? Okay, so that's the cracked cap. That's what it looks like. So I will reorder this. I will take this cap off. I'll pull the little number off the top and I'll save this cap for another marker. This one, are you ready for this? This one has some growth on the nib. Do you see that? It's pretty gross. But like I was talking about last night, whenever you have crystallization on the nib like that, you can't just replace the nib and refill it because it'll just do it again. So that one is a goner. Somehow it got contaminated and has turned into a yuck. So those two are bad and have to be replaced. So that was just a little bit of continuation from last night, but that's kind of a bummer. The crack is whack. Yes, it is. Okay, so now that I touched on those, because I know you guys were curious last night and I didn't have a cracked cap to show you, now you know what I'm talking about. I may have new ones. Oh, BV 000 and T2. How do you know that you might have a crack and need to check it? Okay, well, when I took this marker out of my case to weigh it, mine were all around the 13 something, and when I checked this one, 12.1. I was like, oh, something's wrong, because I never let mine get that low. I never let them get way low at all. And so I thought, well, I better check the caps and see. And sure enough, there was a cracked one. So that's how I knew to check. I don't generally check them if they're about where they ought to be, 13.5 to 14. So yeah, that's why I checked that one. So is the ink evaporating? Yes, through the cap. It's no longer sealed. It's no longer pressure held to keep all the alcohol. So the alcohol evaporates and the leftover pigment just coagulates inside there and everything's jacked. So yeah, that's how that works. So starting with my YR18, I'm going to just start putting some shadow in here. Please feel free to ask questions if you have any questions. Hey, Christy. I know that was a little bit of continuation from last night's marker maintenance, but I thought you all would appreciate it. The marker maintenance video is on YouTube now, so if you need to go check it out, feel free to check out our YouTube, Sweet Sentiment, and you can see that video. You can refer back to it anytime because we'll leave it on there for you. I'm going to put just a little bit on these artist drawn lines right here. So anybody who's wondering, this is from CC Designs and it's called Tiny Autumn. When you go, it is currently still on their website, and when you go out there, I colored the packaging, so yay! I was on their DT at the time that this one came out. It's been a while, but it's still available on their site. So if you like it, there you go. What, Mom? Your ATCs are done. You go, girl. I'm super proud. Mine clearly are not. But I have one done. I just decided to do something else for the live tonight. I mean, I'll show you guys if you want to see. I started with the Autumn Fairy, but I wasn't real happy with how she came out, so I decided not to do her tonight. I decided to play around a little more. She's in digital form right now, and I used digital to print that out. As you could tell, I put the square around it and everything. But I decided to change my mind, and I wasn't feeling that one. I don't know if you guys, if that happens to you. The ATC swaps are every other month. There's an active one right now that you can sign up for. It's under favorites at the top of the page. The Sweet Sentiments Facebook group. It's posted bulletin at the top. You can sign up for it still. The sign up is still open. And it's called Fantastic Fall. And that's what I'm working on right now. And then, as I said at the beginning of the video, if you have the Thought Spot die, it has ATC dies embedded in with it. So if you have that, you might as well use them. That's why I stuck them in there. Thanks, Jamie. I was so mad they came back and then sort of happy they came back. I don't really know what that means. I missed something. But yeah, we do ATCs and then color decks on the opposite months. So there's a participation every month. You jump in whenever you can. You don't have to do every one unless you really want to. We have a few people that do every one. But I figured anyway this would show you how to color pumpkins, and you'd still get the same coloring idea. So I decided you wouldn't mind if I popped into my CC Design stamps. I don't get to use them very often, and I love them so much. All the Roberto Rascals are my favorite, so I own them all. Other than all the Sweet Sentiment stamps, they're the only other stamp company that I own almost all of them. I own all the Roberto Rascals, but then the other ones. So yeah, I do love them. I do love their stuff. They have some really super fun stuff. Okay, this is the last color, so I'm just kind of doing a brush over it because I want to leave some of that highlight in there. So I'm just touching the paper really, really lightly. There we go. So it kind of leaves a little bit of... I thought you were mad at me. Yes, I love Roberto and his Rascals. Yes, me too. I'm a huge fan of Roberto Rascals. Okay, so that's all the orange that we're going to use. I have yellow, green, and black. I'm going to do the black last because you guys know how I am. I like to do the darkest color last so I don't pull it into the picture. Oh, but I forgot the R12, which I'm going to need for his tongue. So we can just do that right now. R12. I think I'm going to put R12 in the back and I'll put R11 in the front. You probably won't notice much of a difference on that, but I'll be able to see it up close. And then up here. Okay, so we just had to get his tongue done. So now I decided to do yellow on his feet and his beak. Hi, Pamela. So I'm using YR23 for the shadow area. So I'm going to start with his feet. Oh, I should have picked a little bit darker color than that. I think I am. Look at me switching it up. No problems, right? We only had 3 color yellow combos, so let's add one more. Let's add YR27. I need something a little bit darker for shadow because I like the dark wow pop factor. So We're just going to get him a little bit of shadow going on his feet. Between his toes. Like toe jam. And we might as well do his beak at the same time. You just gotta grasp me more. Answer or 7.10. Boy, ain't that the truth. I either get her right away, or I sit here and go, come on, where are you? Okay, so that was good. That was helpful to have that darker color. So now we're going to move back into the YR23. And we only have 4 colors in our combo, so I'm going to do a little more of this one than I normally would. I think we need to get the outline in this one, just because we want it to be dark enough. I think we need some around here and a little bit right there. Yeah, right, sure. I believe you'll call me back. Uh-huh. Sure you will. You always call back. It just might not be right away. Hey, I missed something. Do you guys know what it was? I missed coloring something with the darkest shade. An old time cartoon. Yes, the Black Crow. I'm gonna color in black too because I think it's funny. Y15 is next. I mean, you could technically give him some orange in these little feet of his, but I felt like with the pumpkin, I wanted his feet to stand out a little bit more. So I did not color him orange. I'm coloring them yellow. Nobody picked up on what was missed, huh?
Are you using teal or purple label paper?
I'm using purple. I'm using purple because I originally started printing a digi, and I was going to do that, and then when I changed my mind, I used the leftover paper from the digi, just because I had it laying on my desk. Otherwise, usually when I stamp, I use teal. Yes, his bottom lip. I missed his bottom lip. So we'll come back and do that. I like adding this Y11. Cheryl, you know this is my favorite yellow. I think we talked about this many moons ago when I was doing my lives, when I was first doing my lives. It gives it quite a pop because it's such a bright color that it blends so well with these darker shades that I just love that Y11. There we go. Oh, it feels so good when your markers are all clean, not gonna lie. Look at you guys hanging out with me tonight. This one's gonna be a little bit quicker tonight, I think. I'm not sure. Do I really want to color this? How far back do I want to go? I need to make his beak a little bit on the orange side. I like it a lot. That Y11 really helps. So we're going to blend this out. I did notice that I had to change a lot of nibs on my markers, so that's kind of a good thing because now they're fresh. Pretty good. Y15 is next. And we're only going to go to about right here with that yellow. And since this is on the bottom, I'm not even going to use the Y11 for that bottom part. I'm Just going to give him a little bit of that Y11 on the smile over here, because this part right here is under his big beak, so I don't really think that needs to be colored. So next I'm gonna go on to the green, all the vine stuff, and then we'll do the bird. So I have G99, YG17, and YG03. I'm going to put most of this G99 on the vines, leaving only small areas without this on it, because I want the vine to stay darker than the leaves.
Is that a digital stamp?
This is not a digital stamp. The one that I was going to use is this one. See how I cut them off digitally, because you can do whatever you want with them when you buy them digital. But this one is actually from Tiny Autumn. It has all of these on it. They're super cute. So I thought they'd be great. They're tiny and they'd be perfect for my image tonight. They fit perfectly on a ATC. And it fit perfectly and left enough room for my sentiment that I want to use. So yeah, that's the reason that I chose this one. Because, I mean, you could go Halloween. It is, whatever is your, fantastic fall or whatever. Whatever you think of when you think of fantastic fall. I always think of Halloween, but I did just color the clowns and all that good stuff for you guys, so I didn't want to hash that out again. So I decided to go with something a little bit different. I'm just going to do that whole leaf right there. This is the top of the pumpkin, in case it was hard to tell. I put a new nib on this marker, so it's giving me that real tiny line, brush stroke, whatever you want to call that. It's making it easier, where before the nib was all bendy and was making it much harder to color. You want him? I checked before the live came out to make sure that this was available in the shop, because I didn't want anyone to go, oh, I really want that, and then I had to say, oh, but it's retired. So it is available. I looked it up. If you Google by Tiny, if you search by Tiny Autumn, it'll pop up on their website. So it is available on their website. Currently, so you can get him. He's super cute. At first, I thought, what am I going to do with this crow? But then, when I was looking for my ATCs, I was like, oh, this is so perfect. So perfect. Okay, so there's our green. It's a really bright green, but I think it's going to stand out really well when we do the black on the little guy. And you know what? I think I'm going to actually do his eyes green too, just to pull that green together. So I'm just going to put a little bit around his eyes to give him green eyes. I mean, because why not, right? I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but how stinking cute is that? So why not, right? It's super cute. Okay, so next we're going to move on to our crow, which I am going to do in black, of course. But I'm going to do in C's instead of W's because I want him to really stand out in that black. I feel like the warmth gives such a different tone that I want him to be. Like normally I would do animals in the W's, but I really want this little guy to be black, so I think you get more of a truer black crow with this color. So, but you can do it with any of them. You can do it with N's, you can do it with T's, you can do it with W's, you can do it with C's, whatever you want. It's your thing. So let's talk a little bit, good night, Jamie. Let's talk a little bit about the ATCs while we're coloring this cutie pie. You make 9 ATCs and then you get 9 back from 9 other people. So once you make your 9, you send them to me and I divvy them up and send you back 9 from 9 other people. So long as we have enough participants, which we usually do, but we're a little low this month, so I hope some of you guys will jump in and sign up because it's super fun and you get all kinds of different, it's good for inspiration from other people, what they do. It's good to see other designs. It's good to get to know other people. So lots of reasons. There we go. Oh, hello, Marianne. I see you jumped on when I wasn't looking. Nice to see you. I have C7 is the next color, and I'm just going to start extending out from where I put the last color. Kind of start bringing it together. I did choose 5 colors, so I'm not going to go heavily with these, but if I decide at the end he's not quite dark black enough for me, then I'll go back in with the second coat. So just a little bit of this color for transition purposes. You tried sneaking in? Well, I saw you comment to Jamie, so I saw you. I'm gonna put just a little bit, like start putting some around his eyes so it makes his eyes stand out a bit. You have to be really careful. You have to use the tip of the marker, otherwise you'll color right inside those eyes, which would be a bummer. Although then I'd just make his eyes black. There's always a solution. Because she caught you. She caught you watching. She called you out. C6 is next. Our last one, C4, will be the highlight. This is the mid-tone, so it's going to have just a little bit more than the other ones do. You can already see how that green is popping against this black. I love it. Right in front of the room. So in this case, these are the artist drawn lines. They are not Sandy drawn lines because this is CC Designs. Pretty sure it's Roberto Rascals, but not 100% sure. Kind of leaving his little bags under his eyes open for the highlighted color just because that'll make it funny. He looks funny. The images always look funny when you're in the middle of them, but once you get done, it comes together. So this one is C5. And now I'll be leaving just a small area for highlight at this point for the last color. But most of what I'm doing will already be done. I'm not going to leave any highlight on his tail at this point. We'll have to be careful with that 4 because it's very, very light and it can wash out the color. I'm going to save under his eyes for that light color. So it'll just be fun that way. Hi, Debbie. Welcome, welcome. Love it when new people jump on. Although when your name pops up and it says you're watching, that's how we know. So if you're just wanting to watch in the background and not comment, that is okay too. C4 is the last one, so that's where we're going to blend that all together. Get us a smooth blend, have a little bit of highlight. Kind of work out nicely. We're going to make sure that we get up under those eyes. There we go. So cute. So cute. He looks so happy. And that's why I picked the sentiment that I chose, because I think it's just going to be perfect. I am going to take this C4 and kind of go a little bit over the beak just to give that transition, make it look like it transitions a little better than it did before. I like it that way. Yes. CC Designs. Yep. That is who made this one. Okay. So now we have this cute little guy colored up. I'm going to zoom out a bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take my little die cut machine here. And I'm going to place... Oh, Daryl, there's another one. Will you get it for me? It's over here. It's right there. Thanks. I'm just trying to peel my washi tape off. Okay, so I'm just going to grab me a bit of washi tape so I can place my ATC. You're going shopping? He's so cute. So this one is the size of the ATC, and this one is going to go on top. So we're going to use the smaller one to die cut this out. So I can put it wherever I want. Can you grab me mowed lawn, baby, please? I'm just going to tape it on here because I want to make sure it doesn't move once I get it going. Hi, Sissy. Oh, look at that. I'm going to have to cut the paper. It's too big to fit in my little baby cutter here. So I'm just going to cut a piece off. I'm going to lay this back down and press that so it stays. And then I can put it in here and run it through my machine real quick. Oops. That satisfaction sound. I think it will be amazing to use a black background. So I've already pulled the black piece of paper out. Again, too big for my block, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to cut this one down too, but I want to put the paper on there. This is my ATC size right here. And then I'll just cut this a little bit so it fits in here, so I can make my base, so you'll be able to see that. Hi, Christina. Welcome, welcome. Making an ATC. Sounds like everything's falling on my desk. So these are the ATC dies that are embedded in the ThoughtSpot die set. You can use them for the ThoughtSpot, or you can use them to make ATCs, so that's kind of super cool. Dual purpose. I love that. You guys know I like to have multi-purpose stuff because, you know, the more stuff you can use it for, the better it is. So these two dies are found in this set right here and right here, just so you know. So if you already own that, bonus for you. Okay, so there's my base, and here's my, oh, it didn't cut it all the way. I should have ran it through twice. Maybe I need a new holder for that. I need a new envelope for the die because the other one cut just fine. Oh, there it goes. So, oh, let's keep this paper. I bet we can get another one out of this. No sense in wasting it. So it's going to fit right on top of there perfectly like that, which is fabulous. Now, before I get to that, I want to oxide some on here. So I decided that I would put mowed lawn at the bottom and then tumbled glass at the top. If I can get this open. I'm going to start off my mat so I don't get it too dark. I want it to stay fairly light. A little bit dark at the bottom. So we'll get some of that ink off, and then we'll just kind of lightly go over it so we can get some of that green in there without changing the color of our image and not masking our image. So just a little bit of green, so it's not too bad. That's the quick, easy way to do it. You could mask the image if you wanted to, but I didn't want to. So I was too lazy tonight, just saying. Okay, so I'm going to put some blue for the sky. So again, we're going to start off, add a little bit. I want it to look a little bit like a border before I go over it with the whole thing. But I am going to do all of this sky with this blue. So I'm trying to get some of the ink off of the brush before I go all over the image. So I don't want to make his eyes blue. I already made him green. So I'm just adding a bit of this. And I'm going over it a little bit because I need it to blend a little better, and I don't mind if there's some darker at the top. I do have a bitty brush from Rabbit Hole Designs that sometimes helps with the tinier areas, like getting up close, or to give it a little bit of texture, which is pretty awesome. I like having these little brushes that you can play with. I kind of like this whole textured look, so I'm just going to keep at it. So I kind of like it. We need a bit more down here. Just a little bit in there, so it looks like it's everywhere. It's working out good. I'm liking it so far. I like when a project turns out nicely. I also want to go over the blue, the green with the blue, just so that it blends nicely. There we go. I like that it looks very textured. I'm digging that right now, actually. There we go. Super cute. And then we're going to stamp the sentiment. So I always keep that little bitty brush handy. I don't have a bunch of them, so I have to, the different colors have to share. And my water's running out. So we'll have to clean that soon too. There we go. It's all cleaned up. So we're going to pull the Misty back out because remember I said I already had the sentiment on there. Sticky, sticky. So I'm going to go ahead and take him off because I haven't cleaned him yet, but I don't want him to stick to anything else. So I'll just stick him to my mat. I'm going to put him down in the corner just in case he bounces off his magnets. Oh my goodness. Look at me. Sticking magnets all over the place. That's why I put my washi tape on them. They make them easier to separate. You love my little crow. Hi, Harlan. Long time no see. How are you? This is why I chose this sentiment and this, so it looks like he's saying, oh, look. It's full. Oh, come on. That's why we put it in the corner so we can put it back in place. I should probably, I don't know if these will do well beside each other. This is kind of a small little. So here we go. It says, oh my gourd, it's fall. Isn't that funny? I love it. It makes me laugh. So that sentiment was from the Autumn Fairy, which, oops, is no longer available, but it is available in Digi. So it's this one. There it is, that sentiment right there. So if you already have that set, you're one step ahead. Otherwise, you can use whatever fall sentiment that you want. I like this one, so yeah. I'm not going to pop it up because it is an ATC and I have to mail, I have to mail 9 of them to each person. So I don't want them to be too big. Otherwise, it starts costing a whole lot more to ship them. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're gonna put this on here. I am gonna bling it up though because you guys know I just can't control myself. I have to put bling on everything. So I'm pressing my glue here. So you see how quick it can be to make these ATCs. It doesn't take a whole lot. It can be super fast. I love that about it. I'm going to put a little bit of accent with my white gel pen and my black multi-liner. So I'm going to color his eyes in because I feel like the black ink wasn't quite dark enough for me and I really want his eyes to pop. So I'm just going to use my little multi-liner on here and you'll see what a big difference that makes. Look at that. So cute. And then when that dries, then I'll use the white gel pen to accent the dots. So look at how much more they pop out. Just super cool. All right, so let's grab the bling so we can bling it up a little bit. We have these in the shop. I think I might want orange, and I know I have a Halloween set, so I just have to find it. Where I have some orange there. That's a little bit too orangey. Isn't that funny? I want the orange, but it's too orangey. Here's the Halloween one. That orange is much better. We also have orange with glitter. Thank you. Do you like the regular orange or the orange with glitter? Because we could do the glitter orange one. This one. Or that one. What do you guys think? Orange glitter or regular? And can you tell what orange that is? This is the 9-color orange. I kind of like the glittery one, but then again, you guys know, based on my nails, I like everything glittery. You like the regular orange? Okay, we'll go with the regular orange then. This one is called Rainbow Gloss. This one is Rainbow Glitter. And this one is Halloween. So, oh, look at that. Now I got different. Okay, well, I already said we was going with these, so we'll go with these. I'm only going to put, I think I might put 5, actually. I was only going to put 3, but I think I'm going to put 5. Look at how cute these are. Oh my goodness. This little guy. I'm telling you. This is so cute. And there's even a little pumpkin right there. If I had thought about that, I could have colored that with Copics too, but I didn't think about that. I think I'm going to put 2 more up here, kind of like around the sentiment. I think it just fills it in perfectly. And there's an ATC. That's it. That was super fast. Wasn't that fast? Don't you just love that? I just love that. So that was the Halloween dots at Sweet Sentiment. We used the Thought Spot ATC dies. We used the Sentiment from the Oak Fairy, and we used Tiny Autumn from CC Designs. It's not in the colored packaging because I was on the design team at the time that I got that, so I didn't get it with the packaging. But I did color the packaging for him so you can see it colored online. Look how cute he is. Oh, we need to do his eyes. Let's do his eyes real quick. We do have the white gel pens in the shop, so if you've been waiting for them to come in, they are now in stock. Look how cute he is. I think he needs like another little dot just to make his eye really, really, really pop. How cute is that? He's so cute. You want me to hold it up? Look how cute it is. And I could get my ATCs done really fast like this because, you know, you only have to make 9. I only have 8 more to go. And 7, they don't have to all be the same. So I could still use this girl that I colored earlier. So I could do one like this and some like this and whatever you wanted to do. Who's the name for the crow? CC Designs. This is their stamp set called Tiny Autumn, and it's like this. You see my bling pen from Michelle Brownstein. CC Designs. That's who makes this one. And it has really cute, it has other really cute, like we could have put the fence behind him if we wanted to. There's an owl, there's a pumpkin, and there's a scarecrow. Super fun. But they're tiny and they work really great, just like all of our small planner sets usually work great. I tried to do this one, but it cut so much of her off. I was kind of sad about that. See, it's still cute, but I didn't finish her. I didn't do her wings yet, and I didn't do a sentiment or anything, but this was the digital version. I printed 9 because I was going to color them tonight, but here's the website. I think it's on here somewhere. ccdesignsrs.com. ccdesignsrs.com. This is the other one I thought about using. This is cute too. I was going to do this little guy right here, but I felt like I wanted to say gourd, and he doesn't have a pumpkin, so I didn't use him. But anyway, so there it is. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be traveling next week, so I won't be here. But Jamie will be with you over the weekend, so don't hesitate to pop in and check out her coloring and her stuff. I think she might be doing some flowers. So thank you so much for joining me. It was super fun. I should sit it right here so you guys can see the name on the mat. And I take scissors off Jamie's face. But anyway, these are our new mats. You'll see it. You'll start noticing. Jamie will have one too, and it'll be super cute. So, ta-da! I hope you guys liked this video. I'm going to upload it to YouTube if you want to watch it again. And check out the ATCs. Sign up. We'd love to have you. Good night, everybody. I'll see you soon. Take care.